your source for news from NAB 2018. Indie Shooter, brought to you by Akidio, BandPro, Blackmagic Design, Carl Zeiss, Panasonic, and Schneider Optics.
Clint with Indie Shooter, continuing our coverage of NAB 2018. I'm here with Jessica Lopez, SOC, and this is your, I'm sorry, say again?
Christine Adams.
And you're mentoring her, right?
Yes, we're friends. She's actually assisted for me several times. She's a focus puller. She also worked her way up from second AC, and now she's actually an operator. How long have you been in Steadicam now? 2 years?
Almost a year.
Oh, almost a year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So
Wow.
This is a short time, so wow, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm friends with the guys here at BandPro. Amnon, the owner, very close with him, love him to death. And sometimes they hire me to come out and demo the stabilizer gear. So I've done the Movi stuff, the Easy Rig stuff, and now they have this new arm that Flowcine came out with for Steadicam operators, and they invited me here to demo it. And then they invited Christine to demo some of the bags and other equipment on the other side.
Yeah. Well, let's. Is this the arm that you're talking about?
Yes, right here. Brand new. It's the first time you're seeing it in the U.S. They unveiled it at the last trade show overseas, and it's actually really quite amazing. It's not going to replace the elite Steadicam arms in the business, but it is a good backup, and it's great for anyone starting out that wants an arm that will carry lightweight cameras all the way up to big, heavy film cameras. You could get 3 canisters with this arm when you buy it, and it either will do the lighter end of the spectrum or the heavier end of the spectrum, or you can pick and choose if you want a light set of canisters or a bigger set. And they're coiled springs with this strong rubber that is...
Like a boot or something.
Yeah, and it's been tested in cold conditions, hot conditions. It's a very strong material. Neoprene right here, so it actually can get wet. It's about an inch or two higher in range than our arms we use in the field. She's got a pro arm, I have a pro arm. Great arms, but sometimes you need backups because things fail in the field or something breaks. You know, when you're on vehicle mounts, they'll snap depending on the friction, the altitude, the terrain, everything. So it's always good to have backups of backups, as we all know as gear owners.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the price point is 9,500 euros, which I just did the conversion. It's $11,740 roughly, somewhere around there. And it's compared to $20,000 elite arms from Pro and Tiffin. And it's definitely a good competition.
Yeah, so are these available in the U.S. now? Or?
They are going to be available within the next 4 to 6 weeks. And they will be sold through BandPro and 16x9. And the same guys that created the black arm, I don't know if you can see it over my shoulder right there, they're for the Movi rigs that hang off the back of the cars. They've also created the Serene and the Gravity one, which go on the Easy Rig.
Oh, wow.
So it's all about stabilization with these guys. And you know what? Their products speak for themselves. They're really good quality. Nobody's had any problems with them. So I think they're moving in the right direction.
Wow. So have you had a chance to use this extensively then? Or?
Yeah, I've been flying it for the past 3 days, up and down the aisles and everything. It's really nice. They didn't get it to me early enough, but I just shot a Fila commercial last week, which was all about the shoes and all about what they're doing up top. So it would have been nice to use that boom range that they're talking about.
Right.
So the next job, I'm hoping to have this arm to test for them, and hopefully eventually it'll become mine. I'll buy it from them and have a backup second Steadicam arm.
Excellent. What about you? What do you think of it in comparison to other arms?
I love it. It's about as light as my other arm, but it can hold like twice the amount of weight.
Oh, wow.
Something around there.
What have you guys what cameras have you had mounted on it today? Or?
We have
Alexa,
the fully
right?
built Alexa XT right there. So we wanted to show the heavier section of it fully built and fully extended on these springs right here when it's on the payload. And then I think they have a red camera over at the Innovative booth with their second arm. Okay. And that is hooked to the Jackal rickshaw that they're pushing around too. So if you get a chance to see it there, you'll see that built with the Jackal, which is amazing. It's a rickshaw that folds into a case.
Cool. And so they're available they will be available through 60x9 and BandPro. And do they have them on the website yet?
Yes, they have some of the specs and some photos on the website, and I believe they're doing all the pricing and conversion of all that, the weight, the tolerance, everything they're updating on the website this week as we speak.
Excellent. And so they can go to bandpro.com. And then I want to ask you, And we mentioned, and we've kind of become a little bit of a theme for us. Talk to me a little bit about the Society of Camera Operators and how that's played a part in your career.
Oh, it's played a part in my career since I first started in the industry. I worked for TIFF and Steadicam 12 years ago, helping assemble rigs like this. Then I moved into Panavision, learning about cameras, and then before I went freelance. So when I was with those companies, I learned about the SOC. Mind you, I was a young kid, I didn't know what to do. I think it's a great organization to get yourself out there, to let the world know who you are, that you're this young, ambitious camera operator. Volunteer as much as you can because it's the top cameramen in the business that run this organization. And then they learn and understand and believe in you as a person and are comfortable throwing you small jobs like camera PA on set with these guys that run it. And then eventually you're working with them so much that now you're their assistant and maybe you're operating for them when they turn into DPs. So it's a good way to get the help and be around the people that want to help because the ones running that organization want to help. So they've always been a crucial part of my career. I volunteered as an event coordinator for them. I did the bookkeeping for them back in the day, the SOC. Before they reorganized the organization, I did a lot for the SOC, and it was through the volunteering and the hard work and working for free and letting them know that I was serious about becoming a camera operator and a Steadicam operator, that they believed in me and they've thrown me jobs, they referred me to things, they've brought me out to do demos, panels, all of it. So they've been pretty crucial in my career growth for the past decade, for sure.
So you'd recommend it for people that are, they want to step their game up and become serious about operating?
Right, and even students, and even high school students, college students, high school students, they offer a very affordable membership. I think it's...
Associates is like $150 or something like that.
And then for students, it's like a fraction of that. I think it's like 50. But once you graduate, yes, you pay for the 150 associates, and then someone like me who's SOC who has their letters, we end up paying like $250 a year to be a part of that organization, to help, to mentor, everything. And it's really good. And to become active, which is what I am with the letters, you have to have 5 years of credible operating experience through resume, through referrals, and through your IMDb page.
So that means that there's a comma after your name and the designation SOC in the film and TV credits.
Right, and which used to stand for Society of the Operating Cameramen. But when Georgia Packard took over as the president, she's like, no, we're not all cameramen. We're camera operators.
Right.
We're not camera women, we're not cameramen, we're camera operators. So they've kept the initials the same because it represents the same. And so it's Society of Camera Operators.
40 years now, I think they say.
Yes. And some of the guys that were on the board back in the 70s when they found the organization are still on the board today.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And it speaks to the organization itself.
Yes. And it's wonderful to be a part of the growth of that and to see where it's going nowadays. And now that it's a full-on business organization, and they're doing very, very good to a lot of people in the world. We have SOC operators in Germany, in Italy, in Mexico, and right here in the U.S.
Wow. Jessica, thank you so much. And the people want to find out more about the SOC, they should go to soc.org, right?
Yes, soc.org.
And if we want to find out more about
You got the Flowcine.com, you have BandPro, their website, 16:9. They're all interrelated. You'll find it on the market for sure.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Clint. Always a pleasure. I'll see you on the next one.
Your source for news from NAB 2018. Indie Shooter. Brought to you by Akidio, BandPro, Blackmagic Design, Carl Zeiss, Panasonic, and Schneider Optics.